Ah, I'm ready, everybody. How about you? How is the crypto community doing right now? What's going on, guys? And welcome back to another live. Everybody, just exciting times come our way. First and foremost, bear market. What else I was supposed to say, but just 2022, can't believe it. You're tough, buddy. You're tough, but not invincible. Let me put it that way. A lot of us, we have a bunch of different crypto there that is down, but I mean, Ethereum today, if you saw it, Bitcoin today, LUNC a little bit today, but it's all right. In this live, everybody, let's go have fun. Let's talk a lot. Let's share a lot of info. I collected some information right now that I want to share with everybody. Some of you in the community already know what happened earlier today with the AMA, Terra Rebels, the entire LUNC community. That is amazing, guys, right? And then let's go ahead and hear a little bit of that because I think adds to the value of many different things. And I want to show you guys, and we have no stop time today. Well, we do, but later. So let's have fun, everybody. Whenever you come to an Oscar Ramos live, we don't sell hopium. We say like it is, and we talk straight to your face. And that is what I want to do by the end of this live. So go ahead and smash the like button, everybody. Consider subscribing to the channel and turn on those notification bells. What a pleasure having you again. It's been a crazy week, and I'm showing you right now ever since the 15th, 14th of this month, September. And gotta tell you, it hasn't been the easiest, right? For crypto, for Cronos, for crypto.com, for any of your crypto portfolios that you have, and I know a lot of us want to see LUNC exploding so much. Me too, by the way. It's just, it is what it is. So why don't we go ahead and start talking about it. Welcome aboard, my friends, my family. First and foremost, applause to everybody because, I mean, we're still here. We're not going anywhere. We are crazy lunatics, in my opinion. So we have to be ready. You and I know what's going to happen in about less than 48 hours now. What is going to happen? Everybody say in the chat. By the way, it's your chat, so you guys do whatever you want, right? It's your chat, of course. But in less than 48 hours, on-chain activation is live. And I was listening to the AMA, some of the parts. I wasn't able to be there because I was busy today, but man, Edward Kim is telling us like, dude, you guys are gonna burn, like we're gonna burn a lot of LUNC, way more than I actually anticipated, way more. And I'm like, oh wow. I made a video about burning when we got 4 billion. 4 billion, guys, we were looking at 1 billion every month almost. And now it's gonna be too big. Oh, wow. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's gonna be super cool. Who do we have in the house, everybody? Welcome, guys. Mark, Israel, Stolan, Eric, and more people. Let's go, guys. What's going on? And all the good lovers and haters, welcome, guys. You know, we're always learning. That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. So many burn emojis. That's what we like. Why don't we start a little bit with the price, with analysis, with everything. There's a bunch to talk about, but what we're seeing right here, you know, it's always good when you are getting it right when it comes to the price. And starting on the 16 or so, I made a clear statement and I've said, you know, guys, I want us to pump, but it does look like we're gonna stay here for a while, and I'm correct so far. So I'm happy to say that I'm correct. It's always good to give a pat on my back, right? To say, man, you're getting it right. What we're seeing, everybody, in simple words, is the consolidation of LUNC after a massive pump of roughly 400%, finally reducing 70% retracement according to the Fibonacci levels, finally a consolidation for the entire community. And that is not bad. Now, whether in 48 hours you and I see a nice decline in price like our neighbor right here, Ethereum, you're seeing it right now. I'm going to go ahead and mention it. Boom, $1,300. Remember when we have the Ethereum merch right here, almost $2,000, and boom, right? So, I mean, many different, I will say, outlooks that we have ahead, but it's going to be still exciting because no matter what happened with the price of LUNC, in my opinion, the paramount analytical insight, right? It's going to occur. More burns. We need them. We need them. Listen closely if you have ears to hear. I think the price of LUNC is gonna look somewhat stable. That's my own thought, my own opinion, but the burn rate will not. Now, will the burn rate add to the hype and add to the community getting together? Yes, and that is gonna add more volume, and we'll see if whales want to come in, because retail investors are just kind of like looking around and wanted to make some money. I mean, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cronos, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, ApeCoin, Solana, Polkadot, everything is very down. That is the reality, right? But the people want to make money. And same as with Luna 2.0, 300%. Now it's coming down. We'll see that too. How exciting. So welcome from Canada, Portugal. Love that you guys are here. Let's go. So that's true, right? We go live and the price starts to go up a little bit. I don't know why right now. It's okay. So I like where we're heading. It's good. It's necessary. It's kind of like needed for us to consolidate a little bit. Always I like to see, the macro. So let me go ahead and show you the macro right now. Let's go ahead and hide all of this. So here it is. You're seeing it, just seeing the macro right now. Here's the macro, everybody. It doesn't look too much, right? But it is more than 500%. That is where we're doing right now. And if you take a look at the bottom right here, in the RSI, we're in the middle. Right here on the 21st of last month, we were at the bottom of the RSI. Right now, we're in the middle. So I want to give you this truth straight to your face. Ready? We need to account for a possibility for LUNC to come back up, which everybody, that's what we want. I mean, I don't think you're going to see many YouTube videos where they tell us we're crashing even lower. But we also have to take in consideration the reset to 33 RSI, right? I'm just letting you know because it could happen. And if it happens, even though when we're burning a lot, it's totally normal and it's going to be fine if you believe in this project long term. I'm letting you know right now because we've been there. All cryptos have been there, but it is a possibility. Now, when we move from the day to, I like to move to the 4 hours right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring all my numbers and drawings. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and add my Fibonacci's, which always really help. Let's go ahead and start from the 21st and all the way up. And let's put it right here. And there you go. So right here, everybody, what I'm seeing here is the price consolidated right in the middle of the 50% and the 78% retracement. So we are looking at roughly 70% retracement consolidated. Let's go to the 1 hour. So we see the price actually in the last hour is coming up a little bit more. I mean, nothing super significant, but it's looking like around 7%, right? So if we need to stay live for a while so it continues running, why not? Oh, okay, I see the price coming up. I mean, I'm not getting excited too much. I like this. I mean, come on, everybody. I'm sure that it could be just a little scary moment, but it's okay. I mean, you know that my reactions are always ready for, wait a second. I'm just kidding. Cheers, guys. What's going on? And welcome back. I mean, that move that we just got right now, 7% or about 5%, it's the biggest that we've had so far since, since the morning. Because early in the morning, we dropped this. Now it seems that it wants to kind of get back up. That's pretty cool. Man. I truly believe that some people will be millionaires because LUNC within the next 5 years, and I'll be one of them. That's pretty cool. At least we don't have to burn as much as Shiba Inu. That is another thing, actually. That is true. Take a look at this one. Pretending to care about a community has been proven otherwise today. To get paid from exchange, streamers will remove messages when it comes to warning about price manipulations in detail. You know, some people just don't want to. It's all right. It's all right, everybody. We say it like it is right here. While we take a look at the price right here, I want us to listen. So let me prepare you for what I'm about to show you. Earlier today, I was at church. I saw that there was an AMA, right? Terra Rebels, they were talking to the community, and I saw like 700 people plus listening. So that's something I really want to know, because there's two sections in the live of about, or like in the AMA of about 50, 60 minutes or so. There's minute 22 and minute 55 or 50 something, where Kim, one of the main developers, speaks. I know we have other different ones, but I like that, and I want to listen to what he says, because those are the urgent info that I want to show you, everybody. First, we're gonna come back here. When I take a look at this one, here is the that's the AMA. Classic Crypto recorded. I'm sure that he was listening. He tweeted some of those golden nuggets, and I want to show it to you starting now. Ed Kim says, we predict, and I listen to confirm. I listen, and it's true. So I'm validating what class is true. We predict 1 to 2 billion LUNC burn every day from the 1.2 tax burn. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm learning now, because that is amazing. That is huge. That really sums up that potential and the wanting to do this in the first place, because it's actually gonna make something. It's gonna be helpful, probably in our time. Then he says it will take 2 days to burn as much as we burned in the past 2 months. That is pretty amazing. So I want to show you, we're gonna listen while we take a look at the charts together. Then he says, the people want Terra Rebels to have the power for the repository on LUNC. I'm sure that's something with GitHub. We don't want direct power like TFL, Terraform Labs, was before the collapse. It should be anybody. So decentralization, that's pretty cool. dogecoin has never connected to LUNC chain since the peg. As far as we know, he hasn't even connected with TFL anymore. Vegas, which is another member of the community for the Terra Rebels community. Now, this is just the appetizer for all of us who are coming in right here. Now, let's go ahead and listen. Before we do that, don't forget to smash that beautiful like button, guys. Let's welcome more people in the house. We're taking a look at the price right here, and we're going to be listening. So let's go. Welcome. So this is minute 21:58 when this person is talking and is handing it to Edward Kim. All right, now let's go.
Something more to add on this? Almost sure.
Listen.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I guess maybe I can put some stuff in context, and I don't know if this sort of addresses different questions at the same time, but if you look at, so I've been looking at the amount of volume that's happening on chain in the past 30 days. Now, 30 days, it actually goes before August 26, when staking and delegation was re-enabled. And so you can think sort of pre-upgrade, that it was essentially a dead chain, right? And we were still having about, at the lowest point, we had about 35 billion Lunc volume on chain. Now, if you do like a 1.2% of that volume, you would get about 420 million burn, tax and burn. This is the lowest point. This is pre-delegation, so there's no significant uptick in volume. Now, after August 26th, what we saw was, again, this huge jump in volume. Obviously, people are moving along to the chain to delegate. In the past 7 days here, we've had about an average of 160 billion Lunc per day. And so if you look at the 1.2% of 160 billion, it's about 1.9 billion Luna, or about 2 billion Luna burn per day. So to put that in context, what we have been seeing in the past 4 months in voluntary burns is about 4 billion. And if we keep at the high end of the average volume of the past 7 days, we would go through 4 billion in 2 days. So it would take us 2 days to burn as much as we've done in the past 4 months, which
That is insane, right? I mean, that changes the game to me, for me, like for reals. Now, of course, I'm not getting extremely excited knowing that a lot of things can happen. We can have a lot of sell-offs. We can have a lot of changes in the entire burn. I would say mechanism, and adding the oh, not everything is gonna happen the way we want, but still, like, wow, really, what's gonna come in about 48 hours or so? This activation, it should really give us a lot of results when it comes to the burns. I hope now you're seeing what I'm seeing right now. And that's what we want, right? That really changed because if you take a look at this, everybody, now we're looking at four, but this, like he said, is voluntary. Like people are burning their own money, and it's not cheap. I mean, we've been doing the calculations, and it is not cheap at all. We're in a bear market. People need money. People want to make money, but still giving money to a community, right? That probably they don't even know, but they want to be connected to. Knowing that we're now under 1 trillion, and I mean the price of LUNC we're looking at right now at for 3027, now 32. Remember that we were passing Cronos and FTX at one point. We were way ahead of 3 billion in market cap, and now we're looking at 1.6. So it seems that even though, and here's where I come in, right, as someone who is just talking about it, even though the price might not look the way we want it and the way I want it to as well, if you think about it, the lower the price, the more you can burn, right? I think that's pretty cool. That's a lot of the things that it's been shared around. Like, I mean, if it's cheaper, you're gonna be able to burn more with the same amount of money. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that makes total sense. So, I mean, whatever happens, these exchanges that are actively supporting the community or wanna do it with this on-chain burn, I think it's gonna be critical for everything. 2 billion every day. It's hard to believe because we haven't seen that, but that's what some of the major developers that are currently maintaining this network is saying. Let's assume that that's too inflated, that that's too much, and only half of it is going to happen. Half. So 1 billion still is amazing. 1 billion in one day, it's mind bending. I really cannot understand. Like, can you imagine? We're going to get bored seeing 1 billion every day. I mean, that will be awesome. 3 weeks took us. 3 weeks to go from 3 to 4 billion, all voluntary. Remember that from 2 to 3 billion, all Lunatics token. Honestly, Lunatics token really did an amazing job on that one. It was them pretty much that really helped the entire project move around while things weren't doing okay. And while I'm talking, the price of LUNC is coming up. Let's go. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and move to the 15 minutes. Let's see that if we take a look at a trend, or we can do some pattern analysis here. Now we're just looking at the 15 minutes right now. So this is my 3027, I will say, level that I have. And we're looking good in the last couple of, I will say right now, what time is today? I think we're 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and we're looking at 6. So at around 6 p.m. it started pumping. Oh, wow. Not bad. I mean, it's nothing, right? I mean, it's just a little bit, it's a little touch. If I had to give you a level to really say it is a significant pump right now, everything, this is the beginning. This could be the very beginning of something pretty cool. Take a look at this one. We will need roughly 15% to go to the 303. Or 303 will look somewhere around these levels right here. So somewhere around these levels, everybody. So that was the price of LUNC. Let me go ahead to the 1 hour. I like the 1 hour better. Here it is. There you go. So that was 2 days ago, pretty much. 2 days ago. So right here. Remember how the price just skyrocketed and we couldn't even, get it live because I was pretty tired? Finally reached, and now it went all the way rejecting to the 3026, and now it seems that it wants to do something. It seems it wants to do something. That's pretty good. All right. So let's continue listening. Right here.
I think is humongous, right? Now, if you go sort of to the low end, this is sort of pre-staking delegation. We're talking about 420. It would take us about like 9 days of that low volume to get us to 4 billion burn. Okay, so no matter what happens, we're going to see burns that are much more significant than anything we've seen thus far. And this is all on-chain. So forget about off-chain. If we do off-chain, it just exponentially explodes. But on-chain volume. So given that, I mean, even though the volume and the burns would be much bigger than what we've seen, it would still take us on the high end something like 9 or 10 years to get to burn through all the Lunc, which is not ideal, obviously.
9 to 10 years. Okay, give me 1 second. 9 to 10 years to burn everyone. I mean, if you do the math, right? Wow. Okay, where are the diamond holders now? Wow, that's so insane. I mean, you think about it, Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and all of those that are still, I mean, 10 years, I mean, not Cardano, but I mean, to really fully realize to a price that it's relevant and makes a lot of people money, roughly from 5 to 7 years now. Oh, wow. 9 to 10 years. Some of the head people from Terra Rebels saying that. That's why I'm saying urgent info, everybody. All of these things. Sorry, I mean, I'm enjoying life. Finally, I'm barely catching up, but we're doing it together. We're doing it together, and we're also taking a look at the price of LUNC. Why not? So, any comments? Please post it in the chat, everybody. Fun time, fun life. Just chilling and really enjoying this time, because remember, bear market is here. Price of Ethereum is garbage, in quotes. It's pretty cool, you know. Bitcoin is down. Everything is really down. So there's really very little things that we can get excited when it comes to price. You know, development wise, we're doing really well. I'm very, very, very happy. But let me see some of the comments right here. 9 years, that's without an exchange help. I can hold retire by then. Perfect timing. Let's go. But we'll be all rich in 10 years. That is cool. What type of use case as a scam coin who will invest in a crash coin but student material investors? Hey, I mean, you don't have to invest. That's it. You don't have to invest, my friend. Like, I understand people's hate against LUNC. You don't have to invest. I mean, the fact that you're here says a lot of things, but you don't have to invest if you don't want. And that's it. Now let's continue.
We don't want to keep taxing ourselves for that long. And so that's sort of where the second part of the plan comes in, and that is the repegging of UST. And so I mean, if you're not familiar with the uniqueness and the attractiveness of UST and Luna before the crash, the whole idea was that you truly want to have a decentralized money, right? So a lot of the other stable coins are backed by fiat. Fiat can be seized, whereas in a true algorithmic coin, there's nothing to freeze, right? So it sort of free flows the money, and so that's sort of where we want to come back to. And I think you can imagine the use cases of a stable coin that is fully decentralized. And so if we can repeg UST to 1, and there's a couple plans. The one that I'm most familiar with is by Alex Forshaw. Alex, although he left TR for his own personal reasons, we still talk about it every day. So it's not like he's not contributing and we're not talking. So we're still working together. His plan to repeg UST is essentially do a debt restructuring on the approximate 9.5 billion that we have, that the debt exists in UST. This would require.
So for everybody who's coming in, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Edward Cam, one of the major Terra Rebel developers, is stalking, for anybody who didn't know. But it's just cool to see what the real intentions of the entire project is. Now they want to repeg UST. That's something that we knew all along from back in the day. We knew that all along. So UST, just to give you an idea, I mean, it's just, these goals are huge, 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 huge. UST. USDT. Well, that is Tether, but I need Terra. Terra Classic. There you go. Here it is. So it's 3 cents. It's 3 cents. All. Guys, here's the deal, guys. This seems impossible. I mean, let me just start, right? This honestly seems like an impossible task. This honestly seems like an impossible task. So listen closely. This is what has to happen. Number one, repeg of this beauty. And number two, billions and billions and billions of burns for LUNC. So I really haven't heard any, in all my time in crypto, I really haven't heard of a project with such goals, bold goals, right? Like, I mean, we're gonna be here for the long run too. We want to know what in the world is gonna happen, right? We may not have the technical abilities like them, but I mean, Lord, like, wow, so much boldness here, and that is respectable. I mean, there are other different projects out there that you can invest in, but that to me seems like an impossible task. But now, as the supply of LUNC reduces significantly, hopefully, I mean, to start, we need to delete 1 trillion. To start, delete 1 trillion. I think by then, so many things are going to change in the community. So many things, starting from who is going to be covering it, new members of the media, new YouTubers talking about it, new tweets, a different perspective. Let me just tell you something. When we start seeing a positive video about LUNC from Coffeezilla, that's when you know we made it. Anyone agree? Like, these tasks are so bold, so nice, so cool, so lengthy. Like he just said, 9 to 10 years if you're just coming in, guys. By the way, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bells, everybody. Let's go. It might be less time if there's more exchanges, if Binance changes any type of deal, right? But you guys understand that this is insane, right? Like from $100 all the way to 303, from $1 all the way to 3 cents. But the community is vibrant, and look, it's a risky asset. It's a very risky asset. That's something we've been saying a lot, and we gotta be ready. And it's for the brave at heart. And if you wanna become part of this, cool. If not, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Stop saying impossible task. Yeah, I think you forgot what I said. It sounds like an impossible task, and we have the freedom to say what we want. Plus, FY. But if there's something I gotta tell you is that it's gonna take a while. It seems to be that way. I'm happy to see a positive green candlestick in the 1 hour on LUNC. It seems like before we end this week, it wants to do something. Now, let's take a look at the price right here, my friends. And we are looking at 9% roughly. 9% for the night so far. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Oscar, FTX and Binance are down around 65% from all-time highs, but Crow is more than 85% down. Do you expect Crow at $1 when probably the reason we get there before of all the debit card? Mark, that's a great question. Cronos, love it. $1 Cronos, I'm bullish, and I think it's going to happen, my friend, in the bull season, in the altcoin season, right? When it comes to LUNC as well in the altcoin season, I'm excited to see what in the world is going on. It's just going to happen. If we're looking at a 9 to 10 year frame for all the burns, right? I mean, 2 billion a day, or $1 billion a day. Finally, I think it's going to revive a lot of different things. But listen closely. In a bull season, things go wild and crazy. 2020 was the year of Dogecoin. 2021 was the year of Shiba Inu. 2022 is the year of LUNC. If for some miraculous reason LUNC can continue being the #1 community token talked in the crypto market, in the crypto ecosystem for a couple of years consecutively, I think that's going to give him the winning edge too. Because we're not in we're not in a bull season, but if there's the hype continuing, I think that's going to help a lot the entire project, just for better and higher prices, and not to let it die, right? Not to let the sellers just go ahead and cash out and leave. That's one thing. I think burns are paramount, and whatever, we continue pumping or not, I think you and I think should be excited for what's going to happen in 48 hours, right? Finally, it's going to occur. I'm going to show you, go ahead on this one. I'm excited to see what the change is going to be with USD and the price. And I'm going to tell you, this pump of June and this pump of September 7, like all of this, is heavily correlated to the pumps of LUNC. We have to also talk about a little bit of what the involvement will be with dogecoin and TFL, right? Because in less than 4 months, everything changed for a lot of people. Sadly, some people passed away because of this terrible situation. If it seems like an impossible task, but if it actually comes somewhere close where we can flip the story and LUNC can actually start rising and start pumping some pretty good numbers because of the burns and because of the hype, like I've said, when we start seeing the big YouTubers saying something positive about it, I think it's gonna go much in good ways. I'm bullish that in the community and development. That's where I'm bullish. One of the things you have to understand is price is heavily manipulated, as I see some of you guys' comment right here. Price is heavily manipulated. What we saw a couple weeks ago was heavily manipulated too, right? And the whales and everybody, when the news came, boom. Now, I'm more concerned. I want to see the prices grow. We want to see them grow like right now we're seeing, which is pretty good. But I'm more concerned on all the burns that are going to come, utility for the Terraform with the Terra Luna classic blockchain, and see how things kind of evolve from here. Because I'm willing and I'm still learning on this one. And I think doing it together is really cool. A couple of the messages that we talk about in LUNC is just to enjoy the journey, right? And diversify too. I know it is tempting to put all your money in one like LUNC, and I mean, it's your money. You can do whatever you want. I think having a good position is pretty cool, especially at these low prices. If I go ahead and go to the 4 hours right now with LUNC, you're going to start seeing how the price just went down, and we have roughly from here a 100% all the way up to go to the 306, almost 6 that we got just a couple weeks ago. So I'm excited. I mean, if it's going to be difficult, for sure. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. But if something like this occurs before 2022, then that's it. Listen to what I'm saying, everybody, because I've seen so many predictions out there. Talking a little bit about predictions, I think it's a great time right now. I know most of us want to see, the high level predictions, but if we stay or pass this all-time high that we got in pump number 17, I think all of us were going to be the greatest community and the greatest, happiest community in the world, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to make a lot of money. And the reason why is because now we had a chance to buy the dip, and now we're going to be able to cash out and make some profits. One of the things that you have to understand, fam, is to realize those gains and enjoy and repeat it, right? Because it is what occurs. But if you are one of those, like Edward Kim is saying, one of the Terraform Labs developers, where I'm going to go here, I'm going to go to the bookmarks, what he said, right about here. It will take 2 days to burn as much as we burned in the past 2 months. If you are someone who, is looking long term and in the billions and billions that are probably going to be burned right now, because we know that the staking also is important, but I'm sure that the staking levels are going to reach more than $1 trillion. We're right now half a trillion right now actively, so we'll reach $1 trillion, and I want to see how the two rates compare, how the burns go, how the staking goes, if they go same hand in hand, which it's not going hand in hand, but I want to see how that goes. You can also take a look at from the UST supply, 4.4%. It's, I mean, 3 cents right now. It's pretty cheap, but this one is even cheaper right now, 303. So it's exciting. It's cool to see what in the world is going to come. And let me see, I never click on leaderboards, but I'm sure some of these are from Lunatics token and Max Global and all of that. That's so cool. Welcome, everybody. What is going on, guys? And hope you're ready. Be ready for what's to come in a couple of days down the road. That is what we're here. I'm going to go ahead and start zooming in here and taking a look at this one. There you go. Cheers, 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 and welcome. How's everybody doing today? Still pumping hard? Well, just a little nibble right there. Pretty cool. I mean, better than nothing. Don't forget to smash that beautiful like button, everybody, and consider subscribing to the channel. Exciting just to talk about LUNC before we end this weekend, right? That's what it is. The crypto market really did a reverse. We had the merge this week. And well, many different stories happened there. Everybody, I mean, I wanted to be live for the merge and capture the reaction, but nothing happened. It was stable. And I wake up the next morning, stable. And then it started. And boom, now we see the prices drop from $1,700 Ethereum all the way to $1,300 Ethereum. The good thing is that LUNC didn't drop that much. And that is one of the things that I'm pretty excited about this. Still holding pretty well. LUNC is the challenge. We will make it. Nice. We can see the pattern with Bitcoin and Ethereum fall. LUNC pumps. Correct, right? That's the inverse relationship they have that we've been talking about for a while. But it's good. It's good, right? Now, as we continue watching the live right here, the price, I want to continue listening to Edward Kim. I want to keep learning. So let's see.
Require the it would require the burning, or essentially, yeah, it was required essentially the burning of a whole bunch of the UST to peg it back to 1. It would require a funding mechanism, and that funding mechanism can come from the Lunc side. It can come from external funders if they feel like this might be an opportunity. And then once we have that, and we have we have some of the capital controls in place, something better than what existed before, so it can't do another death spiral. And then we'll have a collateralization against BTC, partial collateralization there, partial algorithmic collateralization, and then if we have some mechanism that attracts people to UST, it doesn't have to be like the anchor 20% returns that we saw before.
Anchor.
Right. It could even be, and I'm just sort of throwing this out there, but it could be like, we're seeing some incredible returns on the Oracle pool for staking delegation, returns of like 30 to 35% APY, APR. I mean, we could tap into some of the Oracle to get some nice returns on UST deposits. Once people see sort of the use case of a stable coin that's algorithmically backed, I think people will start to use it again. We need to prove that it can't do the depegging action as it did before, and so that's a bunch of capital controls that Alex and his team, they're writing some white papers, and they'll be publishing that soon. So essentially, if we can get UST to peg and we can get utility on UST, then we're going to see an exponential burn reverse through the swap process that originally minted Lunc. And so that is the goal. And that's not going to take 8 to 9 years. That's going to take, I don't know, I can't say, but much less time. They'll be much faster.
That is huge. Guys, if you are here with me, let's just recap a little bit what he said. So they have a bunch of plans for the network, for the blockchain, collateralization. They want to invite more, dApps coming in, more partners, more, work there, which is pretty cool. They for sure want to peg that one UST. I mean, if it's possible, they want to do it. And if it's not possible, I mean, I think they just want to give it a try. And he's saying that it's not gonna take as long as 9 to 10 years for LUNC to be, burn that supply, that excess supply. So that adds to my narrative, because when I make videos for you guys, I want knowledge. I want something to grab on. And now I'm going to be telling you guys, remember what Edward said, from 9 to 10 years. So let me put it this way very clearly. We're not seeing $1 in 200 days. Okay? We're not seeing like that. Just clickbait 100%. That's what it is. We're not seeing $1 in 100 days, in 200 days, in 50 days, in 40 days. We're not, guys. We're not. And if you didn't want to hear that, welcome to the Oscar Ramos YouTube channel, where we say it like it is. Because, guys, that's just clickbait. That's not gonna happen. The guy behind it said it. Can't believe it. So we need to be realistic, and that's what I do. Guys, I learned my lesson in 2021. There's people here watching me from I'm talking, and they hold me to the fire, and I love it because I've learned a lot, my friends. I've learned a lot, and that is what it is, right? I was a moon boy back then, and I'm not anymore. I'm realistic now, and we learn. That's what it is. So I hold myself accountable. So we need to look first at killing those zeros, not just saying all of a sudden $1 with what kind of analysis. No. So for sure, I think we're gonna be seeing higher prices, that 309, 304, 305. Yeah, of course. I mean, I think that's gonna be amazing. But it's gonna take a while, because we also have to take in consideration those consolidations, those sell-offs, the bear markets. Like, if you think about it, from 9 to 10 years, we're in one. How many bear markets can fit in 9 to 10 years? Anyone? Well, two bear markets, roughly at a 4-year each cycle. We have one bull, one bear, or sometimes two bull, one bear. That's it. So 2 bear markets in 9 to 10 years. So just makes sense to me, my friend. Makes sense. Welcome, everybody. Dream 200 days, reality 1,000 days. My man, let's go. Love you guys that you're really understanding this one for sure. And I'm saying it because I've seen the thumbnails, I've seen the videos. I mean, it is what it is. They sadly paint a different picture away from reality just for clickbait. And I wish them the best, to the creators, but I know why they do it. I'm a creator too. But no, not anymore. Smaller time scale, please. Yep. Most people haven't been through one learning curve. I've been too. It's all a learning experience, absolutely. Heavy price manipulation, crypto.com will sell for a lot less than what the actual value per token. Probably lower prices, I know, right? It's probably gonna come for sure. Welcome, Liam. So that was huge, and I love it, and you just gotta be ready, right? Another thing, guys, and this kind of goes back to what I've said, right? It's very critical that LUNC also stays relevant. Listen, it has to stay relevant, and that is another challenge, right? Because you have to be honest with yourself, and I'm just gonna say it, right? But what's gonna happen if Shiba Inu all of a sudden starts pumping super hard, or Dogecoin, or another X coin? We want money, and I don't blame you, right? We are gonna be like jumping. So it has to stay relevant, has to be meaningful, has to do something with the price, but that is yet to be seen. I'm just telling you what I know. It can happen for sure. Nice. Oscar, can you tell us if it's okay for crypto.com to cure about $400 selling 3K of LUNC, or to keep $400 for Terra? It's up to you, my friend. The two of them are good. I think Cronos is a long-term good altcoin, that it's a blue chip LUNC. It's a become rich type of thing where if it happens, awesome job. Nice. Now let's continue.
So that's where they go.
Yeah, so that's a really good answer. I mean, that was the first thing that got me into Luna as well, the algorithmic stablecoin. I think we need that in a decentralized world. We need a decentralized algorithmic coin, not backed stablecoin like you've said.
Let me move to
delegate, because
achieve more of a
with the Luna Classic is close to zero. And I say close to zero because we have some contact.
That's Vegas. That's another guy that is important too.
And that's
And what we're seeing is a push and pull now.
Okay,
I
here.
think from the community.
So yeah, but
This-
if Ed wants to add something on this as well.
I want to listen to it.
Like I said, the blockchain is running on, and it's being validated right now by about 90 validators. So if you think about
90
who
validators.
controls the blockchain, it's really the guardians of the blockchain are the validators.
Validators, okay.
And
Okay.
I think what you may have seen before, before the DPEG, was that Terraform Labs, they had given out grants to a bunch of the different validators, sort of spreading out the delegation. And so in many ways, even though the guardians were the validators back in the day, TFL had extreme influence on what happens on the chain, right? Because they sort of had the majority of the delegation. Once the DPEG happened and the coin inflated, what you're seeing is that it's now a much more communal.
We're listening to Edward Kim,
like
Terra Rebels, one of the main developers.
The delegation had basically inflated to close to zero, and so they're all, in terms of like the actual running of the blockchain, I would say their influence is close to zero at this point. Obviously, they still hold lots of weight as the original developers. I think one of the primary issues I see right now is that it's very unclear what the position of Do and TFL are. In some aspects, they have been very helpful when we needed it the most, and in some aspects, it's still sort of like pulling teeth. And I don't blame them. It could be a policy, it could be legal issues, it could be.
I want to say something here. So we know about the relationship that we all have with dogecoin, right? But it's pretty cool to see how TFL and the developers, right, that are maintaining. I mean, he just said that they still have weight on the Terra Luna chain. It's glad to see that Terra Rebels and Terra Luna are still collaborating and sometimes really going against each other, but most of the time helping each other. I think that's pretty cool, because if we want to maintain vitality in the blockchain, all of that has to come to fruition, and I think that's pretty awesome. Once again, everybody, we're listening to Edward Kim mostly because there's many people that talk in this one, Vegas and other people right now, but I've been following Edward for a while. I mean, what he says, and it makes sense, right? I think also you have to understand that there's a lot of detractors that just don't think that L-Units is just gonna go to zero, which we respect their opinion. Guys, don't forget to smash that beautiful like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bells. My name is Ramos. We're talking about LUNC, another crypto. I'm seeing your comments right here, just chilling and having a good time. It's Sunday, everybody. Why not to listen? And of course, seeing the price of LUNC, that for this live, I'm not expecting anything major. The only thing that we know is that I have my rectangle consolidation levels that I've been right so far. So the price is still going at it, which I like. Oscar, is the burn tax happening on exchanges? There's a lot of misinformation going on. Can you clear what exchanges are participating in the burn tax? Well, it's the on-chain activation, right? That is gonna pretty much put the 1.2 tax burn live. So to my understanding, all of them that have embraced that will be able to actually have it live too. And withdrawals and deposits, those are going to be activated too. So we're going to start seeing the list of all the exchanges. It's somewhere around Twitter, but I can tell you now Binance and Mex Global, Coinin, and a couple more. But yeah, we're going to start seeing more when finally we got to September 20th, September 21st. Passing those days, things are going to get pretty wild. I want to see that with you.
The fact that they're working on a different chain, they have, they can't split their time. So I think there are lots of complicated issues around the support of TFL and the involvement. I would say in terms of the blockchain, almost no.
Oscar, you're a realist. These other streamers, pretenders, the campaign against them has started today. I'm not going to allow my community to be manipulated. I get it. I'm a realist, guy. I say it like it is. So always. What's going on, guys? Welcome back.
None. In terms of like the you know, where's the canonical repository? Where does the code go? Who supports the code? And that sort of thing. And what we're seeing is a push and pull now, I think, from the community. If you looked at some of the discussions on Twitter, some of the outside Cosmos developers will not help us if they know that the code is going to the Terra TFL repository. So I think it was just even today that a governance proposal came out that said, we're going to make Terra Rebels the canonical repository. And so far, I think it's gotten a lot of positive votes. In response to that, I think, I mean, we were in discussion about that. We went back and forth. The issue that we have is that we don't want to be the canonical repository. We don't want to centralize sort of the changes of the blockchain in one place. And so the wording of the proposal, we would have liked to see it be sort of a little bit more open, but in the spirit of what the proposal is trying to do is essentially just trying to say that, you know, anybody can now be the canonical repository. It doesn't have to be Terra Money. It could be Terra Rebels at this point. In the future, if some other developer group comes forward, we could do another governance vote to move the canonical repository over to them. So I think that's sort of the spirit of the proposal, and that's what we're supporting. And also what we're looking at is sort of in this idea of independence, we're also looking at the greater Cosmos ecosystem, right? So right now we have our own Terra Station wallet that supports both Luna V2 and Luna Classic. We have our own Finder where if you want to look at the blocks, you know, you go to finder.terra.dev or something like that. But we're looking at the greater Cosmos now and saying, you know what, Kepler wallet is something that's supported by almost every single Cosmos chain.
Let's talk about that one a little bit, right? The decentralization of LUNC and a lot of the community, right? When it comes to the code, now we're talking development. Now, this is not a part of a project that a lot of people get too excited because a lot of you guys and us, right? We want this and this only, which is the price. And I get it. I mean, it makes total sense, but I also like the development part of a project. And what they're saying is, we don't want to be the main validator developers, I will say oracle for the blockchain. And that is what TFL was at one point. It was heavily centralized by them. And well, I mean, if they don't want to be one, I'm sure that in the future, if things are going up much better and better, there could be even more developers or more teams coming into the Terra Luna Classic community and supporting in one way or another. Because you have to remember that Terra Luna is an L1 blockchain, right? So there's a lot of things going on there. You go to DeFi Llama right now, you're gonna see there are dApps inside Terra Luna right now. So it is just DeFi is completely destroyed right now. I mean, I've been saying that for my Cronos chain community, but DeFi is completely in the garbage can right now because there's a lot of money that is out. So I mean, that is a cool kind of like angle to see, you know, how to manage the project. But this guy, Edward Kim, who we're listening, he is, I believe, a professor at a university, and he's doing this on his spare time and with other people. Man, like that is the main definition of the crypto community, of decentralization, and I love it. That is pretty cool.
Except for Terra, why is that the case? And so I think the other day I reached out to them and said, hey, can we talk about supporting Luna Classic? There's something called MintScan, which is, again, sort of this block explorer that Cosmos uses. Why aren't we on there? So I reached out to MintScan.
Cosmos, not bad.
On your list. And so I think what we're trying to do now is slowly but surely sort of separate sort of the dependencies that we have. It's not like we're going to get rid of Terra Station wallet. We're going to support both, but at least we have sort of.
let me go to the price and talk about this a little bit. I'm pinning turtleneck comment right here. I'm a teacher. If the burn tax is successful, that'll be the greatest thing ever. All I wanted to go to 50 cents. And there's somebody here saying, turtleneck, all I need is 1 cent. Anything after that is gravy. I mean, for all of those who are just coming into the chat, welcome. Happy to have you here. When it comes to price predictions, everybody, I'm going to say it because it seems that it's lacking here in this space. Nobody knows where the price will be in a day from now, let alone 2 days from now, much let alone in 200 days from now. Anything that you see on YouTube specifically, when people say the price of LUNC will be X in a specific amount of time, that is just nonsense, and it is just, you know, clickbait at the end of the day. And I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna continue, right? Because it's very popular. It sells well. You want confirmation to your opinion. You want groupthink, and you want someone to scratch your ear and say, hey, it's gonna happen, so you buy more. But at the end of the day, do not forget that we live in a crypto space where it's extremely early. People forget about this. We're extremely early, my friends. We are barely scratching the surface to crypto adoption too. So right, I mean, what I can tell you is when it comes to price predictions, well, there's a possibility that we go higher than what we have right now. There's a possibility that we go lower than we have right now. There's a possibility that we continue. It's exactly what I talked earlier today in my video. But what you need to know, I believe you need to peg to, is the development and the burns. Exactly what we started for LUNC. Because of course we all want to be rich, but the burns, I think, is really what's going to matter, right? Because we're going to see if it's actually changing the price, because the burns are going to happen, right? The deals are there and the proposals, the code is there, and things are going to start working on. But how is the price will move, right? Because we need those whales, and we need those whales very fast. We need the hype. We need everything going up. So that is why it's a community token. They want views. Of course they want views. Yeah, I used to do that in 2021. You don't have to go and watch those videos, but I learned my lesson, and it's all right. Oscar Ramos changed a lot, and I'm super happy about that change. And I'm learning so much, and that's what it is, my friend. That's what it is. That's what we do this, to learn and to explore. And there's never gonna be a price prediction that's gonna be correct for the most part. But we can use the charts, we can use the knowledge that we have and everything. Also, I have to remember. I have to remind you guys, don't forget, just remember right now, what is gonna happen in about 48 hours too. The FOMC meeting, guys. Papa Powell, the Fed, they're gonna be increasing the interest rates once again. Guys, it's true. So imagine the pain we're gonna have in the equities, in the crypto markets too. You guys forgot. I mean, I just remember right now. So there's a lot of things, a lot of, doo-doo that is coming on right now. So you have to be ready. Flexa, what's going on, my man? Having everybody's someone else exit liquidity in any token. Hi, Oscar. I enjoy watching your stream. Keep it real and keep it up with the good work. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for the information, but I do have a question that most of us are eager to know. Is this coin worth waiting 8 to 9 years? I'm going to say it very, very frankly to you, my friend. Are you ready for this? Most of the coins that we're talking, not this one, but just listen. Most of the coins that we see, or some, may not be with us in 8 to 9 years. Right? Why is that, Oscar? Because the Fed, the government, we don't know what they're gonna do with naming, categorizing problems, liquidity, scams, rock. There's so many different unknowns, right? But starting strong is good. Why do people just buy Bitcoin or Ethereum? Because they know they have resisted the test of time, right? And the good ones will prevail for sure. Do I think that LUNC will prevail in 8 to 9 years? I don't have an answer for you right now, guys. It's too early. We first need to see a sustainable way of making this LUNC blockchain work, right? There's a lot of hype right now. We got to get to a point of vitality, in my opinion. More developed, more, I will say, organized development team, right? And stuff like a company, what have you. And but I'm just letting you know, right? If you're waiting 8 to 9 years, by that time, there's other different cryptos. But we're not there yet. We're not at the end of 2020, right? We're not at 2030 right now. We're still early. So that is why we utilize LUNC and Bitcoin and Ethereum and Shiba Inu and Dogecoin as instruments to make us money. Don't forget that. I love what Ben Cohen said earlier today. Do not marry a crypto. Do not marry a crypto. Yes, we like LUNC. Yes, we like Terra Classic. Yes, it's cool. Amazing community. Let's go. Do not marry crypto. Just do what your analysis, your research is doing. Buy what you can afford losing, and you, my friend, will be very set for the next future. Let's go, everybody. I love that. I love it, and I'm happy that a lot of people are listening because, look, not in my channel. You're not. Oh, I gotta take out all of these spammers. Sadly, but true. But there it is. But yeah, you need to know this, my friends. You need to know this. So welcome, my friends. Go ahead and smash that beautiful like button. Subscribe to the channel right now, everybody, and turn on those notification bells if you want. You wanna get it like it is. You want the news like it is. But to talk in an also positive sense for LUNC and I will say realistic way, I just love that things is moving so quickly, right? It's moving very fast. This thing is rushing, right? And I'm sure more burns are gonna come and more excitement is gonna come to the community. And although, you know, the crazy price predictions that we have heard are, you know, very far from here, any 50% pump is enough to bring the community back. I gotta tell you, bring the community back. Love it. I'm all along on LUNC. Let's go. Love to see that. Havoc, what's going on, my friend? I'm not trying to rain on the parade, but you know how many times you must be burned by dogecoin before you learn? Then it's good to even predict that $1 for LUNC in about 9 to 10 years. Still can't be able to figure to exit plan for this coin, being there since 409. Wow, that is incredible. Talking about an exit plan, you guys want me to talk a little bit about an exit plan? I tell you about an exit plan. Well, exit plans basically is when you sell off and you enjoy your profits, and it seems that you don't go back to the project, because trading is something I will encourage even more. Exit plans, I mean, I get it. It's like just exiting a position, right? But you're just trading a crypto. You're using this as an instrument to make money. So exit plan can be tomorrow, can be in 2 days, in 5 days, in a year or so, when you are already in the profit, right? So you don't have to wait 9 years to exit. You just have to wait a couple of minutes if you're trading in the 5-minute chart. That's it. So it's just up to you. Damon, what's going on, my friend? Welcome. Love it. Hi from Sweden. Hey, let's go. Oh, cheers, guys. So far, I see my bars on top. Cronos, Ethereum, Bitcoin so far in less than 1% or so pumping, doing well. We love that. And we just finished. So let's go ahead and get a little closer, my friends, right here. So this is it. We just finished this was 7 p.m. 7 p.m. today. Positive. We got a green candlestick, a very big green candlestick. And the price is running. The price, it's putting some nice numbers so far. It's still a long way to go, but it seems that it wants to do something pretty special before we go to bed, which I like. I really like a lot. That's really good. Okay, Terra Luna Classic family, let's continue learning. That's why you're here, right? Urgent info to all of those who are just coming in, who don't know, who want to get the piece. Edward Kim, Terra Rebels one of the main developers, saying They're predicting a 1.9 to 2 billion burn every day once this gets implemented. What we're gonna be seeing in 48 hours or so. Starting, maybe it's gonna take some time to kick in, but it's gonna be amazing. So basically, thanks Classic Crypto for putting this for us. It will take 2 days to burn as much as they burned in the past 2 months. What in the world is going on? Then we got this. The people want Terra Rebels to have the power to their repository on LUNC. And it is exactly what we're just finishing talking right now. Edward Kim is an associate professor of computer science at this university. And in the meantime, working on the Terra blockchain in his spare time. Man, if this guy breaks it, I mean, this is going to be very well known for the future, right? And they don't want that direct power like TFL was before the collapse. It should be anybody decentralized. So how exciting, guys, how exciting. That's pretty good. And of course, there's a lot of different topics and what have you right here on Twitter, knowing that they want to peg once again USDC Terra Classic stablecoin to $1. If that happens, we're going to go from 3 cents right here all the way to $1. Is that possible? Why don't we go ahead and ask the greatest community that we have in the chat right now? And that will be, I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. So, being realistic. Perfect. There you go, everybody. Let's go ahead and discuss. It's you and you. Being realistic, do you think the $1 repeg is going to happen for USDC? It's up to you. And we're going to discuss that one very, very soon. Let's come back to the price. Mike, what's going on, my friend? Thank you so very much for the kind super chat. Appreciate that a lot. Let's go. 3 coins that you don't touch and invest for the long run. Cardano, Algorand, and AMP token. Cheers for that, my friend. Yeah, Cardano for sure, Algorand for sure, AMP token for sure. Those are long, my friend. Of course, I have to tell you Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many others there, but there's just so many out there. It's up to you. All my know people, go ahead and vote right now. Go ahead and vote right now. You say it right now. Go ahead and vote right now. You are I wanna discuss that with you. Also, while we wait for price to do something, I want to show you this a little bit. Let me go ahead and move my price right here. There you go. So earlier today, guys, I asked you, first, where's the crypto market heading right now? You can actually go ahead and vote. Once you subscribe to the channel, you can see the community and everything, guys. Where is the crypto market heading right now? And you told me lower bearish. So most of you said lower bearish with 51% when I captured this snapshot. And I'll tell you guys, yes, it does seem that, remember what's happening in a couple of days from now, FOMC meeting, if we increase 100 basis points, it's gonna be a bloodbath, everybody. It's gonna be a bloodbath, everybody. Man, it's gonna be tough, but we'll see. 75 basis points is what a lot of people are looking at right now. Then I ask you, what is the best community token as of today and why? And some of the comments were like, how in the world Terra Luna Classic is winning? So yep, 66% LUNC is winning. So, oh boy, that's pretty cool. There's many out there for LUNC right now. It's trending, and why not? So cheers to that, my friends. Welcome, welcome. Ah, baby. Will be way more than 2 billion a day when they implement the off-chain burns. Correct. That is why he was saying after the 9 to 10 years that it could be even earlier if eventually even more exchanges come in. And even if you add the Terra Rebels or you add Lunatics or any other projects, because there was an article that said about a 3x more time burned, right? It was Iris protocol, if I'm not mistaken. You guys read that, right? I showed you that about 3 videos ago from LUNC, Iris protocol. So we talked about that. So there's many protocols coming in right now burning more, That is what I think should concern the entire community. Burning, burning, burning. Because the price will come and go regardless of the burn, right? But the more burns, the better. I believe the higher chances of more pumps along the way. What's going on, my friend? I'm new to this space. I hear a lot of people saying that the current price is ideal for the burn to be successful. What's your take on that? Thanks for always providing us with informative videos. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. Well, I mean, if you want to burn a crypto that is $1, that is a little bit more expensive, right? So 303, I mean, it's not as cheap as it was before, but it's still good, right? If you take a look at this, let me go ahead and bring my calculator. So let's go ahead and do some more math. Let's go ahead and bring this beauty. So give or take, let's say that we have on-chain burns. Now we have off-chain burns. We're in a good day. There's a lot of people burning, and per day we average 2.5 billion burn in a day. That is when finally this 48 hours time that we have right now comes, and we are now ready to burn a lot. So what will it look like? So 2.5, there it is. So this is 1,000 million. I need 3 zeros more. There it is, 2.5 billion, right? Million, billion, there it is. I believe so. Let me see. 1,000 million, billion. So yes, I think, no, I'm actually 250 billion. There it is. There it is. 1,000 million. There it is. 2.5 billion. Okay, so that is 2.5 billion. So what we need is the price. So if we do that, let's assume that it's gonna be, when we start, if we get a pump right in a couple of days right now, we get to 3035. Would you say it's a fair price? 3005 times 0.00035. Let's say, right? I mean, we got a little pump when that happens. That is $875,000. Now, CZ, Binance CEO, is a billionaire, so this is nothing for him, right? He could do this every day if he wanted. Like all these exchanges are so rich because of the fees that they take from us. So it's not like they're gonna be suffering whatsoever. But I'm just giving you statistical data. I mean, realistic data when it comes to what will it look like for us in the near future for LUNC burns, right? So I think easily, if you're doing this, but now, there we go, that's good. But now, I mean, imagine 0.001. This is a price that a lot of people want. Now we're talking $2.5 million. So same price, with different price. But what if we go to 4 zeros, 8? Let's say LUNC for some reason, my friends, crashes. I know that's not a subject that gets a lot of views, but I still talk about it because I say like it is something that you get when you come to the Oscar Ramos YouTube channel. Assuming that the worst event that we don't want, but it is common in crypto, we crash, it doesn't go the way we want, we get plummeted, we take it, right? Straight face. We go down to 3 zeros. Now, from $875,000, we go only to $200,000. It's not bad, right? So the idea is for us to burn so much that we finally get that trillion and we get more exchanges, because $200,000, it's a better selling position than almost $1 million if you're bringing, let's say, Binance or Coinbase or FTX, right? So that is the way I think I could demonstrate this with actual numbers. And we have the price of LUNC coming up. Let's go, my friends. Welcome, 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 guys. You know, we're staying here for a while, so if you're liking this, we're talking LUNC, we're talking all things crypto, and just having a great time. So why don't you go ahead and smash that beautiful like button, guys. Consider subscribing to the channel, turn on those notification bells. Welcome aboard. I hope that next week, right, in about a couple of hours, we start seeing more things going on, but gotta be ready. Like the thumbnail says, Gotta be ready. We got a bunch of urgent information spit at us right now. And you better be ready, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Cheers. And right, I'm not a expert developer when it comes to cryptocurrency. I'm just someone who presents the information and is willing to learn with you. That's it. No hopium here. No hopium here. We don't need hopium now in 2022. That was so 2020. No hopium, right? But there's still gonna be hopium by other people, not me. Not me. Welcome aboard. My profit and loss is like 25,000 a day. My family is having a heart attack, but for me, it doesn't faze me at all. And it's hilarious. I bought LUNC so cheap. I'm holding 2 years future billionaire. My man. I'm going to pin that for you, bro. I'm going to give you the recognition. I know it's tough, so we'll give it to you right there, my friend. If people really support and stick to Luna, like if you just totally support Terra 100%, we can definitely make it all the way to $1, because the most valuable asset is loyalty. Wow. Insane stuff. Welcome, welcome, everybody. How many votes we have in that repeg? So a lot of people say yes. I get it. I get it. That's pretty cool. I think mid-elections, oh, that's another subject that I haven't even talked about too, right? The elections. Well, let's not get into that, but you already know how it's also going to shake the entire market too. So for the last couple of minutes, we've just been talking about burns and, you know, kind of assumption and how things are going to move, but it's just pretty cool, you know, listening to the developers in an AMA. And once we have more AMAs, we'll go ahead and do a live for that too. It's pretty insane for sure. Why don't we continue listening, my friends? Why don't we continue learning together?
A wider range of tools that can interact with the blockchain. And then one last thing is that there's like endpoints. So endpoints are places where DApps, where central exchanges, they can query the blockchain, the information, and these endpoints are typically they've been typically hard coded here to TFL endpoints, and that's sort of a big sort of independence point that we're looking at, and all nodes here, Jagmont is helping us in this aspect. So thank you, all nodes, to support backup endpoints or alternative endpoints, so that we don't have to have any dependency.
Just a quick note regarding TFL is not decay. Okay.
Very good. Let's move on.
How to place no, so that
and join forces, so to speak. And so
Rebels, and you appear on one of the announcements.
Okay, here it comes. Edward about to speak again. It's the minute 56, the one I mentioned earlier.
Of Binance. I will invite them to. I want to invite them to be a speaker as well on this one. I think he might have something to say on this situation as well, if he wants to come.
Yeah, Rex. I don't know who he is. DeFi Rez, do you want to add him if he wants to speak?
Rex, just raise your hand. Doesn't matter when you.
Validators and new validators coming in October 26th. You know, the only people that can validate right now are existing validators, and some of us have taken this opportunity to talk to existing validators and join forces, so to speak. And so one validator I'd like to point out is Vegas validator. So Vegas, I don't know if the cat is out of the bag, but I did notice that you have a validator. So I would encourage anyone who is looking for a validator to support. The Vegas validator is there. There's another one that myself and Rex YZ Terra Rebel here have partnered with High Stakes. And so yeah, if you're looking to support some other people that have been working with Luna Classic, then High Stakes and Terra C Vita validator. So thanks for that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, guys that are listening, definitely go follow them out.
I don't even know where to start. So absolutely raw.
Ask me.
Back into the exchange Earth in the dot.
Is
My background is completely.
And I think I just want to be so
It seems that they're just closing, so I want to listen to what Edward has to say at the end. I think it's going to be important.
Yeah, that's
That Vegas.
Cool. Hey, everyone. Various changes in the game. And, you know, that we're so that's I just want to
Is it encrypted?
cross-platform shooters. Thank you very much.
Cool. I think Luquan is next.
Posting and stuff about, and then what is
here. No, I think it's like I kind of mentioned this before, but I feel like the tax burn, it's going to be very. It's an unknown thing, right? We don't know what's going to happen, so we're going to have to monitor it very closely. And it is kind of like it's a leap of faith in some ways, because what we're doing is we're putting ourselves out there. We're saying, hey, you know, we as a community agree that each one of us, you know, via our transactions or whatnot, our trades, we're willing to take a little haircut in order to benefit the greater good, the greater community. And we're going to take a leap of faith. And then I think the pressure really at that point is going to be on the central exchanges, because, you know, from the beginning, if you know what CZ said in Binance, it was like, well, they don't even do it on chain first, right? So this is sort of the first step, I think, of saying, look, we are united in the idea that we are all willing to take a little bit of sacrifice. And so I think the pressure goes then to the central exchange, where, you know, we'll have to see what happens, what move they make. And regardless of whatever happens in that aspect, we're you know, we're working on different mechanisms like the repeg of UST, and then also the utility play. So all of those sort of, it's not like we're just twiddling our thumbs and, you know, waiting to see what happens. It's this is us sticking our necks out while we work on other things as well.
There it is, my family. You just heard everything compartmentalized. Basically, he's saying the 1.2 tax burn on-chain activation happening soon. We'll see what happens. That's what one of the main developers just said. You just heard it. You heard it. It's a new thing for us. We're hoping for the greater good, right? They're taking, of course, a cut by putting a lot of resources, time, energy, money for the greater good for the community. There, of course, everybody is having very happy and optimistic thoughts, and me too. I mean, come on. I think everything on paper seems fine, but he's like, we'll see what happens. Wow. What we just did in this live, we're not over, by the way, but what we're doing in this live is listening, talking about a lot of this, but listening what one of the main developers, the people that are heading this thing, without them, this is gone. This is gone. Terra Rebels leaves and there's no development, there's no research, there's no work, bugs come in, and then it's cooked. You out. That's when you officially have a dead blockchain Terra Luna Classic, when they leave, because that is what's happening, right? They are the main I mean, they are the ones that are going on. Of course, we know that the validators are the ones that are pumping things to the vitality of the project. Technically, if they leave, this thing continues, but who is doing all the research, the coding, the development, the backend is Terra Rebels, right? So, wow. So I'm happy, you know, to be part of this side of history where we'll see what's going on. In a couple of days, things are gonna explode. Maybe not in the price, we'll see, but it's gonna explode in all the communications, knowledge. And he said it. He said it. It's all on the exchanges. He said it. He said it. He's like, same as CC said, we need it on chain first. And they're like, after that, it's on them. It's like Terra Rebels has done something that nobody asked him to do, right? And Now they're putting the work. They're hoping for the best. It's gonna be activated. Now it's all on the exchanges to finally do so. Wow, so crazy. So a couple of takeaways. Burning is gonna be massive, excessive to a point that we've never seen that before. First time we see with 1 billion per day, it's gonna be almost unheard of and unbelievable. If that happens, actually things are gonna start shaking. Guys, let me tell you something. 99% burn. I know that's a clickbaity title that we see everywhere on YouTube. That's 9 to 10 years away, and even it may not even happen, because how you gonna burn 99% if you already have almost, I mean, it's gonna be more than 1 trillion staked later on. Sorry. Technically, by then, it's gonna be anywhere from 80, something like that, 80-85% more. We'll see, right? That's just too far out, but it's not gonna be 99%. That is just another clickbaity tactic, same as the $1. $1 and 99.9% title where they say it. I hate it, but it is what it is, because it's just clickbaity. It brings no value, and it paints a irrealistic, scenario. But it is realistic that it's gonna be exploding, and we're gonna be hitting new highs when it comes to burns, and that's pretty cool. So it's on the exchanges. They'll still be there. They don't want to be the main validator. They don't want to be the main people. They want a more decentralized work when it comes to Terra Luna Classic. And of course, they want to peg USDC, the main stable coin for this project, back to $1. And we go back here. Here it is. For some reason, I have a hard time saying it. USDC. There you go. Back to $1. Right now it's 3 cents, everybody. So there's a long way to go, but you realize that in crypto, if this thing comes all the way up by pump or so, it's gonna, create a lot of different shakes in the community. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one, everybody. Being realistic, will USDC repeg to $1? And 72 people say yes, 27% people say no. And the only one who has the right answer is time, because we'll see what's going on with a lot of more than 300 people voting. Thank you, everybody. That's pretty cool. Appreciate that a lot, and welcome. Oh, my friends, and as always, as I expected, there's not really much going on when it comes to the price right now for LUNC. All right, well, my friends, I'm gonna go ahead and move to a different subject: Cronos, Ethereum, and the crypto market. So we talked a lot about LUNC, and I'm gonna move on to Cronos, Ethereum, and crypto market for a while. And I call it up for tonight. But I think we learned a lot, like I've said, and now you got all this repository of information for you to go and keep learning, my friend. Okay. Cronos, my friend. Where's the Cronos chain? The Cronos army, the Crow chain, it hasn't been easy, right, my family? It hasn't been easy. Just to talk a little bit about this one, my friends, let's go ahead and I'm going to leave it like this. And I'm going to go ahead and do Ethereum. Puro Crow coin. Let's go. Welcome, guys. So I made the video, guys, earlier today. The truth about Cronos, the truth about, the chain. And it was well received, right? But it is what it is. We're down heavily. It's a major altcoin. I mean, one of the major exchanges altcoin. We have a bunch of different partners, worldwide sports-wise, and the World Cup is coming, baby. The World Cup is coming, so I'm excited for that, right? But yeah, realistically speaking, right now the price seems down and at a great price to grab some Cronos. Like I've said, I grabbed 5,000 Crow this week, about $500 or so. Planning to add more, of course, and I'm excited. I think this is a great opportunity for anyone to come to the Cronos chain army too. If you all happen to be listening still from the Terra, from LUNC, and are interested about Cronos and crypto.com, you are not making a mistake, in my opinion, right? The link is down there in the description with my affiliate link, everybody. You get free money and you become part of the Cronos Crypto.com family. I just like everything when it comes to Crypto.com. I mean, the development, the innovation, the technology, the security, the progress, the quality of people and the talent is amazing. So I really like it. The entire Cronos chain is down under 900 million, by market by TVL, total value locked. So what else I can tell you that we're down badly, but it's okay. We're still there chilling and just making sure that we can add two more positions as we go on. But we just gotta continue holding, guys. There's not really much going on with Ethereum, with Bitcoin, price-wise, that can't, come and bring the price up. Sub Oscar, waiting for your thoughts on Cronos. There you go. Of course, I'm here. I'm not leaving Cronos at all. I'm still gonna be with Cronos. I'm still happy with my positions. I still want to add more. I still add into the validators that are 10%. You do it on the DeFi wallet. There's a couple of videos right there for you guys, sponsored videos about Cronos, and there's a couple more on the way. There's a bunch of different DeFi projects coming to the ecosystem, and we know that the accelerator is coming, where a bunch of different, people right now are coming and grabbing from that 100 million accelerator grant. So you can know that there's people that want to keep still making money, right? Because if you're the project owner, you're letting all this liquidity come in. And right, if you're a good owner, you're going to stay there. But if you're a bad owner, you're going to just scam and rock pull everybody. Don't do that, right? So that's cool. Crypto.com and Cronos is looking well. And so far, the price is not bringing new people, it's not bringing new community, it's not many people are looking for Cronos content. I tell you, because I'm one of those Cronos content creators, and the community just seems down a little bit from what I see. I analyze the community a lot, so I'm just giving you the truth when it comes to that. But we haven't really heard any big news ever since I was in South Carolina. So it's been more than a month, right, that we haven't really heard any new country, Mexico, what have you. We haven't heard anything when it comes to new countries coming into Crypto.com. Nothing major really has happened with Crypto.com. What they're doing right now on Twitter, they're just telling us about Crypto.com University and don't do this. And you gotta see this one. Where is it? Crypto.com. It's the bull and the bear. It's so fun. Here, perspective. Market is down. Ugh. But market is discounted. Let's go. So, this is what they're doing right now. I think they know they want to stay relevant. It is obvious to me. So, it's cool. Like I said, link in the description down below. Now, if you're listening, because Crypto.com, different from Terra Luna Classic, that has an inverse relationship to Bitcoin, but Crypto.com has a positive relationship to Bitcoin. Guys, the FOMC meeting, that is what concerns us a lot. The FOMC meeting, that thing is gonna destroy, I think, all the expectations, because inflation is not getting really much better, right? So here it is. Let me go ahead. There you go. My friends, let me go ahead and open this up. Let's go. You guys are seeing this. This is the lowest price. Let me go ahead and close this for us. This is the lowest price in 2022. This is the lowest price in 2021. Be ready. Be ready. I'm not a genie. I cannot tell you what's going to happen. I'm not. And if I was, I will tell you for sure, but I'm not. Just be ready, right, for anything that could happen for Cronos. I know it's going to be fine, right? We'll come back and everything, but I know we're going to be really a great contender. But it is what it is, man. Like, there's a heavy possibility that we just crash a little bit with the news and we go under 9 cents to coming close to the low 9 cents. And I wouldn't be surprised, right? We reached this one here. This was on the 7th when I made a video, here. the 16. I pumped a little bit, but now it's back. So it's following a descending channel, and it's probably gonna be looking that way. So just be ready. I'm sure that you guys are. This, however, this level of 7 cents, I am still reluctant to believe that we're gonna break that, but in crypto, anything can happen. And if we go Bitcoin, like I heard BitBoy Crypto. I know some of you don't like the guy, but it's fine. I heard him say that he's expecting 10,000 to 14,000 Bitcoin in about 10 weeks. He said it. I watched his video today. And I'm like, okay, now whether you like it or not, would you agree or not to that prediction is fine. But I'm just telling you, someone who's been in the market longer, much longer than me. And I like to take that information, right? So if that's the case, well, be ready to see crypto.com way under 7 cents. Way under 7 cents. So I know it doesn't sound too positive, because same with Terra Luna Classic. I'm telling you like it is, straight to the point. I don't do, of course, I don't do unrealistic, crazy, like complete out of the game clickbait where I'm telling you $1 Cronos by the end of September. That is stupid. That is so hairy, right? Because I know there's some other channels that kind of have some of those inclinations, but that's not me. So bottom line, still holding, buying tectonic, FVVS, all those nice launch pads. I think it's gonna be fantastic, right? What do you think about Cronos Cruises, Oscar? Haven't heard of them, but I wish them the best. Hey, bro, when you stake tonic involved, you get less tokens than the initial deposits. I think you should be getting more depending what vault you're using. Like I'm using the two years, so 48 months. 24 months. Oh no, I'm using the 4 years because I believe it was 48 months. So that one is a long one, right? But it's still, I'm okay. Tectonic is a long play for me, and I think Tectonic is gonna be really well. Just to give you an idea, Tectonic, VVS Finance, MMF, like I know, like they have similar supplies as Terra Luna Classic, but they have a tiny community comparison, right? Could you imagine Tectonic having the same power or like community level as excitement as LUNC? I'll be rich already because we have so much Tectonic, right? So it is what it is. I like it. I personally, I see a lot of value, a lot of utility, and I like how there's new coins, new projects, and they're looking immediately to VVS Finance. I mean, if you want to engage with Cronos, you go to VVS Finance first, AMM, DEX. That's what it is. So I like it, everybody. I think that's pretty cool. So that's what I can tell you on that one, my friends. And Bitcoin, Ethereum, well, Ethereum and Bitcoin, as you're seeing right now, this is our merch right here. That is our merch, everybody. It is what it is. And Bitcoin, here it is, from roughly $22,000 all the way to $19,000. So guys, well, there we have it. That is Oscar Ramos in the flesh, giving you guys his thoughts and just letting you know what's going on. The end of the week has happened. It is what it is. That's it. And I'm excited for what's to come. Whether we have good, bad prices, enjoy the journey, be happy, and just chill. Because this life is too short, right? Might as well have a good time. Everybody, go ahead and smash that beautiful like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notification bells. I really had a great week with you this time. The merch. We woke up late. We made some videos, some messages, some this, some that. Wow. Still in a bear market. It's still a little boring. Still not that, crazy. Ad spending on crypto is down. And of course, the crypto exchanges are trying to do the best they want. Celsius is still on that lawsuits and everything. Boyger and BlockFi and all of that. So everything is just kind of like a little mess right now, right? But remember, mid-elections are coming, and then the FOMC and so many things. So I think it's easy for us to say that 2022 is one of the roughest years for crypto, because it's not just like a 4-month thing or 3-month thing. It's an entire year thing. And I don't think it's going to get even better. I don't think so, because the gas prices are actually going to start coming up, according to Goldman Sachs and other different partners that I've heard watching news, that because Biden has been using a lot of the petroleum reserves, but the petroleum reserves right now are historic lows based on what I've been reading. So it's just a ticking bomb where I think more issues come for us. So be ready here if you're living in the United States. But after all, I think grateful, excited, and we guys talked for almost an hour and 40 minutes. So hope you guys liked the live today. It was pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys for coming in. Please stick with us with more videos next week. Thank you for the members, new subscribers, new viewers. Oh man, that was a good live, to be honest with you. So price of LUNC still sideways trading, like I've said. I'm living with that. Guys, have an amazing Sunday, and I'll catch you next time. Peace, everybody. Thank you so very much, guys, for coming in. What about AMP token? Holding my AMP token, my friend. That is one that we could see a revival. We could see a comeback with AMP token, but they are now took it from many exchanges, security label. It is what it is, but still staking. I believe in the technology. We'll be fine. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. No bottom yet. Life. It seems to be that way. Man. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Bye, guys. Thank you.